Welcome back to our channel and welcome if you're new. It is the Monday before Thanksgiving and oh, hey Jackson. We are starting our Thanksgiving prep. We're in Tallahassee with my sister. We're gonna spend the whole week with her. So she just submitted a grocery order that's gonna come at 2. I need to do a grocery order for some of the stuff that I have to make. So we're just gonna kind of take you on this journey with us. Maddie wanted waffles for breakfast, so I made a big old bowl of waffle batter so that I would be prepared kind of for the week and not have to really worry about making that again.
A few weeks ago, we had a family brunch at my sister's house, and at that time, we decided that we would have a joint Thanksgiving. So my cousin Barbara and Randolph are hosting at their house, and we just did like a breakdown of responsibilities for everyone. So we're all bringing different things, and some people are in charge of decorations and paper goods and everything like that. So this is a few days before Thanksgiving and the prep that's going on at the Douglas house to get ready for all the guests.
Okay, it's day 2. It is, should I call it day 2? It is the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. So I'm gonna need to wait till Ebony gets home so that she can give the full rundown. But she ordered her groceries yesterday, as I told you, and they delivered them to the wrong house. So they delivered them to the same house in another, or same apartment in another building. So anyway, that was a whole thing. But last night at I don't know, Max, what time was it? 8 o'clock? Probably 8 o'clock. Max and Ebony went over to the other building and knocked on the door hey, I noticed you have my groceries. And the guy was like, oh yeah, no problem. I didn't know whose they were, but I did put the perishables inside, which was nice. So she got all her groceries, and then I ordered groceries today, but I was kind of running behind. So I just did the express order. It's $10 extra to do express. I just went ahead and did that because then I was okay, I know the stuff will be here. And then if anything's out of stock, I can run out to get those things. So we are getting the kids packed up now. The kids and Max are going to the playground to play. And I'm going to run to Trader Joe's to see if I can find a, some sort of vegan turkey substitute. And, and maybe some mushrooms. And then I need to get another turkey because we have a turkey, but I don't think it's going to be big enough for everybody. So we're going to get another one just to be safe. Because you got to have some leftovers for sandwiches and stuff. Just finished at Trader Joe's. I went in for one thing and I definitely had a full bag. So I'll show you what I got. All right. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and hang up. The kids and Max were at the playground while I was at Trader Joe's. So I'm picking them up. Hey Jackson, did you have fun at the playground? Maddie, did you have fun at the playground? I heard you singing. You were singing the Wonder song? Ooh, are you keeping your mouth closed? Good job. All right. I am back from Trader Joe's and Aldi's. So let me show you what I got. Okay, so I had to get another turkey, like I said earlier. So this is the turkey that I got. It's just about 20 pounds. So I think that we're going to be good on turkey. I have not been to a Trader Joe's in probably like a year. So this is what I got while I was there. Not necessarily things that were on the list, but I just, was looking around. So Max hasn't been eating meat, so he wanted something. And when we first were vegan, we started like November 1st, like 3 years ago. So this was what we got that first year. So I got one of those for Max, and it's kind of nice because it was really good. I remember it being good the last time we got it. So we got that. I got these oat milk ice cream sandwiches. Maddie loves ice cream, but she doesn't do dairy, so I found these. And then this pumpkin sticky toffee cake. I have no idea, but I was interested, so I got it. Finally, some strawberries. Jackson's gonna be so happy. I have not been finding strawberries. Every time I place a grocery order, they're like, strawberries are out of stock. And then these peanut butter filled pretzels. I also have some pumpkin spice mandolin cookies. And then this focaccia bread, French onion with caramelized onions and cheese. I don't know. It looked good to me, so I got it. And then some green onion pancakes, Taiwanese ones. So we'll let you know how it all is. But you can tell most of this stuff is not going into Thanksgiving prep. It is, what time, Ebby?
9:48 p.m.
It's 9:48 p.m. and we are just
Dumb.
starting.
We're just dumb. Just outright dumb.
We're just starting our prep for the night. So we'll show you whatever we get done. But the good news is it's Tuesday still. So we still have a whole nother business day before Thanksgiving, right?
However, I have 2 pans of dressing that have to be delivered tomorrow, and I also have to work. So there's that part.
Woe is her, amen.
All I'm saying is that that's a faster deadline than Thanksgiving Day. That's
This is true. This is true.
That's all I'm saying.
But I'm going to help her, I am responsible for cutting. So I am going to cut all the peppers and onions that you need, right?
Appreciate
You put celery in your dressing?
And not my cornbread dressing, no.
No, okay.
No.
So yeah, just peppers and onions. That's going to be a super easy. It's going to be a breeze. And this is the makings of cornbread.
Yes, it's the makings of cornbread. We're just whisking together the eggs and the milk at this point.
The first thing that I'm gonna cut are all of these bell peppers. This is gonna be for the cornbread dressing. So the way I always cut my peppers, I don't know, I don't think I learned it in school, but maybe I did. I just cut off the end, I cut off the top, and then I cut it down the side, and then I just cut around on the inside to get all of the seeds out. And I really like doing that because it comes out like very clean. Like I'm not dealing with all the seeds. So I'm gonna go through and do that with all the peppers. The cornbread is in the oven Got 3 pans of it going. And the sausage is getting cooked on the stove. So it looks like tonight we are going to completely make the cornbread dressing. So that's what's going over here, and the rest of the sausage is here. And then over here, I am still cutting up the peppers and onions. That's like, how many is this? This is 12.
I did 6 packs of 30.
Yeah, so this is already almost 12 of them. And then we have the last bit of them there that I'm going to get cut up. Okay, all of these peppers are chopped. Oh my goodness. I should have timed myself. I don't know quite how long it took. But now I'm about to cut up these onions. You know, Ebony is giving me my assignments, and I just feel like she's going to tell me she needs more than this. But she's over here cooking this sausage. She has 2 pots going, getting it all cooked up. The sausage is ready. The cornbread is ready. Ebony has these peppers going. What did you saute them in, Ebony? Is this olive oil?
Yeah,
Olive oil. They're going in some olive oil, and I think she's about to season them up a little bit too.
Ebony finished putting together the stuffing and got it into the fridge to cool down, and we got the kitchen all cleaned up and ready to go for the next day. We got done a little later than we expected on this night, but we were happy with our progress.
Okay, we made it to the day before Thanksgiving. Very little sleep last night. We got done at like 1 something. And of course, as soon as I got ready to lay down, Jackson woke up. So that was a whole thing. But I'm here and I'm getting ready to get the turkey brined so that can be in there. We actually have 2 turkeys, so I'm gonna get both of them brined and I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna do 1 cup of kosher salt into the pot. I use 1.5 cups of brown sugar. So these are 1/2 cup measurements. I'm gonna do 3. I'm adding sage, and then thyme and rosemary, but I ordered rosemary and they sent me a plant, so I'm gonna just snip whatever I can from the plant. Smashed the garlic cloves, and I'm gonna throw in some peppercorns. I put in a little Montreal steak seasoning. I'm gonna just add in 1/2 gallon of water and turn this on to get everything dissolved. Now, for me, because this needs to be cool, I like to just add the least amount of water possible to get everything dissolved, and then have the rest of the water be cold and be ice. All right, so this is how the brine is going over here. This one's pretty well dissolved. And then I said I had 2 turkeys, so here's the other one. And again, I put the minimal amount of water just to get everything dissolved, and then everything else is gonna be cold so that I can get it cooled down quicker. I also added in some ginger. I decided to put in some sliced ginger. And then here are my like oranges, limes, lemons, and pears. They're gonna go in when when this is all cooled down and the turkey is going in. I was not able to find brine bags, so I got these oversized Ziploc bags. They're like the extra large Ziploc bags. And I'm going to use the drawers from the refrigerator so I can keep the turkey at the lowest level just in case anything leaks. So anyway, I'm going to put the brine in these bags, and then I'm going to add the spatchcock turkey to it and then zip them up. So here's the beginnings of that. Okay, here's the brine I'm working with. I've already added another 1/2 gallon of ice water to this to cool it down. So you see all the ice is dissolved. Now I'm adding another 1/2 gallon of ice water here. And I'm I'm gonna add one more of these, so I will have added 1.5 gallons of ice water, and I'm also going to put half of this cranberry grape juice in it. Both turkeys are spatchcocked and in the brine. So now I'm just gonna turn it over so it's like breast side down. Well, actually, I'm probably gonna leave it like this, and halfway through the day, I'm gonna turn it over just to make sure everything gets a good amount of time being fully submerged. And I'm also going to get these bags zipped up and the air out of them, so then that'll kind of push it down too. Making the cranberry sauce next. So I'm gonna start off with 2 12-ounce bags of cranberries. I have 2 cups of sugar here. I think that might be a little too much, so I'm gonna just put in a little less and we'll see. A couple of tangerine, a little bit of vanilla, and cinnamon. About 1/2 cup of water. Turn it on and just let it do its thing. And here's the cranberry sauce. I am going to turn it off now, so then when Ebony gets home, she can check and see if she wants to adjust the flavors, but I did the basics to get us started. I'm getting ready to get the bread pudding prepped, so let me just show you. I'm making a peach bread pudding, and I just use like French bread and then some sort of croissants. And so I'm gonna get that all cut up so that I can get started. Here is all the bread cut up for the French toast, and I'm gonna start getting the custard together. So I'm using 8 eggs and like 3 cups of heavy cream to make the custard, and then I'll put sugar and cinnamon and all that in it, flavor it up nicely, and then get everything mixed together, and I'm gonna let it soak in for a little bit before I bake it. Right, so I got the bread pudding all panned up, and I baked it. It's probably been baking for like about 40 minutes now, and you can tell it's still like not fully done. And I had 2 little containers. So I made this topping for it. It's butter with pecans and sugar and some seasonings, vanilla, cinnamon. I actually use pumpkin pie spice in it. So now I'm just going to spread this over top of the bread pudding and then put it back in the oven so it can finish cooking. All right, how many pounds of sweet potatoes is this, Ebby?
9.
So this is 9 pounds of sweet potato. Ebony peeled them all during the day today, and I just cut them up. So we're just going to put them in water and start cooking them in the morning. For the turkey, we're going to be using an herbed butter. So I am cutting up, I have some rosemary, some thyme, and some sage. And then I think I also have some parsley over here that I'm going to cut up. here is the herbed butter. It has garlic, salt, pepper, butter, and then parsley, sage, and thyme in it. That's everything. Rosemary also. And I already had some softened butter, so I just mixed it in there, and this is gonna go under the skin of the turkey, right?
Yeah, and on the outside as well.
And on the outside as well. Ebony is, I brined the turkey, and then she's gonna do the rest of the process. Good morning. So it is 4:10 a.m. and we're continuing on getting things ready for Thanksgiving. I am working on the ham. This is a bone-in shank that I got. And what I've started to do for the base is I've mixed both Dijon and spicy mustard. And then I've spread that across my ham. My next step is that I am going to pack on some dark brown sugar and then some crushed pineapple. And yeah. I am kneading, this is the third batch for the rolls. I did it in, like I did the recipe each time. So this is the third batch. I don't have a stand mixer. I am doing it by hand and we'll see how they come out. So my sissy likes to have the lights out and just have her underlights on. So that's why we have this mood going on. But it's almost 6 a.m. I did 3 batches of dough. So here's the third one. This is the last one that I did. Basically, the recipe I used said that I should let it rest like this for 10 minutes and then portion it out into rolls and then let this rest and rise for at least an hour. So that's what I'm working on right now. I'm probably gonna be able to let it rise for longer than an hour because its slotted time for the oven is 9 a.m. I cut the ball of dough into 16 little pieces, and then I'm basically just doing what I saw on the internet. I am just pushing this into the center to kind of create like a little packet, and then I'm just making sure it's sealed up nicely and then kind of rolling it around. Ebony, what are you doing?
I'm over here putting our herb butter inside of our turkey. I make a little pathway within. I'll just show you again. Underneath, trying to keep from breaking it, and then we fill it, and then I kind of push it forward so that it's all in the breast area. I did some in the thigh. This gets complicated, but it makes it delicious. We also, after we took it out of the brine, I patted it dry, and then
Here's the brine. So this is all going down the food processor. No, the garbage disposal. Here's the pan that the turkey is going to roast in. Onions and oranges in the base. And then this is what we've gotten done so far this morning. Ebony has made 2 pots of candied yams. Well, like a pot and a quarter. And her ham is in the oven. Ooh. Her ham is in the oven, looking delicious. Our oven schedule was that at 4 a.m. the ham was going in the oven, and then 6 a.m. the turkey's going in the oven. We spatchcock our turkey, so it doesn't take that long to cook. So the turkey should be done by 9, and then at 9 we'll get the rolls and the stuffing in the oven.
Right. When you get finished, can you grab that out of the freezer?
Yeah. So we'll do that, and we'll be on our way. The yams are done. Lovely. The rolls are all portioned up, so we're just gonna let them rise until like 9 o'clock. It's about, what time is it now? 6:35, so we'll let them rise till 9. And Ebony is just reducing down some of this goodness from the yams to pour on top. The turkey is all ready to go in the oven. I was gonna say yum, but I feel like it's weird to be like, yum, raw meat. I am heading out to the store for the obligatory we need something on Thanksgiving morning run. I feel like everybody has to do it, right? Maybe not. Maybe y'all are prepared, but gotta go grab something. Okay, so I just made it back from the store. I went to Whole Foods. That was the only grocery store that was open. And I needed to get a thermometer because our thermometer wasn't working. So I went there to get a thermometer, but then I also still needed to get a hostess gift for our lovely hostess today. And so I had read somewhere like when you give flowers, it's good to have them already like ready to go for the host or hostess, because a lot of times they're busy with hosting activities and don't have time to like do something with the flowers. So anyway, I'm making this thing. I haven't made one in a while, but let me show you. This is what I wanted to do. So basically I got a pumpkin and I'm cutting the top, or I already cut the top out of it. I'm going to take all the insides out, and then I'm going to put like a little plastic cup in here and then put a flower arrangement inside to make it a whole little thing. Okay, so I have the whole inside cleaned out, and now I have this plastic cup that I'm going to use to put my water in, but it's a little bit taller than this, so I made a little marking. Here, and now I'm going to just cut it. Cut it. I'm gonna add water. Maddie, Jackson, and Auntie are watching Frozen. So you might hear that in the background. Okay, and then maybe it's cheating, maybe it's being smart. I got one of these little, hold on, let me do a little bit better job. So I got one of these little bouquets, like a petite bouquet that's like perfect to go in like a mason jar. And so I think that's perfect for this. It's a little bit taller than I want it to be. So I'm just gonna cut it down a little bit, and then I'm gonna put it in there, and I think that it should look really good. Like, I want it to be here, but it's actually gonna be, so I'm gonna just cut off just a little bit. That should be enough. And then the pumpkin. Okay, oh my gosh, perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna take the camera, I'll turn it around. Okay, so here it is. I mean, that looks so nice. And honestly, like, what did it take me? 5 minutes maybe? Pull that off. 5 minutes to put together, but I feel like it'll have a nice impact. The main reason I went to the store was to get a new thermometer. So I got this one. There were no digital I think I would have preferred digital, but there were no digital. So I got this one, and I just need to make sure that it's calibrated properly. So to do that, you just do a cup full of ice and then add water in, and then you let the thermometer sit in it. And when it stops on a temperature, you need to make sure that temperature is 32 degrees. Like, this does not seem, I'm sorry, I'm talking to the camera too, Mom. This is not quite right. It's like 38 degrees. But actually, it's still going down. So I'm going to let it sit for like 2 minutes, and then I'm going to check it again. Now that we have our calibrated thermometer, I am checking the temperature of the turkey to see where it's at. It's looking like it's almost to 170 in the thigh. Yeah, it's at 170 in the thigh. So I'm going to all right, so the turkey has rested, and now I have my little station set up. So I'm going to slice the turkey, and then I'm going to put it back into the roasting pan for us to bring to our Thanksgiving house. Also, I don't think I showed this, but I have the pan drippings along with, I took the neck of the turkey. I think just the neck, maybe the back, I'm not sure, but it's all, we roasted it in the oven, and then I have it going, I put some water in it and then all of the drippings, and I'm just letting it reduce down, and then I'm going to thicken it up and use that for gravy. Now, I just sampled this, and it already has like great flavor. At first I thought, ooh, did I put too much water in here? But it already has great flavor, so I think if I let it reduce down a little bit more, it's gonna be perfect. Rolls, we're testing them because although everyone says don't try a new recipe on Thanksgiving, no one wants that. I did try a new or a different bread recipe, but I feel like it came out really good, and I did it by hand.
Thanksgiving has always been a really big holiday for our family. My parents used to host every year for the holidays, and so since my dad's been gone, it's been like a little rough on Thanksgiving, like missing him, missing the time that we all, would spend together and all of that. But being with our cousins, they're on my dad's side of the family, was so nice. Me and my sister, we talked, we cried, all of that in the morning, but we were just thinking about how much my dad would have loved the fact that we remained connected to our family, and that we spent this day with our cousins. He would have loved it. So that definitely brought us some joy during this time. I really did not do a great job of getting the pictures and the videos of the family and our interactions once we got there and got going. But we really did have a wonderful time. The kids got to play together. They spent a lot of time in this music room, playing on the drums, playing on the organ and the keyboard. They just really had a good time there. And my kids getting to meet their other younger cousins was really nice. I made a couple of things. I made a little booklet for the kids to color. I made some word searches, and our family is very competitive, so we had a little word search battle to see who could find all the names first, and it was all the family names, and it was a really good time.